Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Emma Rung stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. I have been taking care of my sister's daughter for around 6 years. This all started when my sister got arrested for felony theft and drug charges. She's been a long-time addict, poor mother, and a family manipulator. No one else in my family stepped up, so I offered to take my niece in while my sister did drug treatment to avoid jail. From the beginning, my niece, then around 10, didn't want anything to do with her mum. I thought that was odd, but over the first few months I had my niece open up about her mum having treated her very poorly. I sought a guardianship for my niece and told my sister that I would not willingly send my niece back to her unless my sister got off the drugs and sorted her life out. My sister initiated a legal fight with me to terminate the guardianship. I grew to love this kid like my own, and I didn't want to send her back to a bad environment. It cost me 6 figures over the course of a year and a half in legal fees. I won. I managed to marshal substantial evidence of my sister's ongoing substance abuse. At some point in the legal process, as I was shelling out 5-figure monthly legal bills, I learned that as my niece's guardian, I was entitled to child support. So I filed the forms to seek it, and won it. The state oversees the support award and is apparently pretty thorough in seeking it, garnishing paychecks and bank accounts. Now years on, I'm starting to get pressure from other family to forgive the child support. I have family reaching out to me saying my sister is doing better and just can't get ahead having to give up portions of a paycheck every month. With back amounts, it's like $30,000 in back supports that I'm owed. I don't need it really, if I'm being honest. I make a good living better than anyone else my family has done. In all likelihood, sister's debt will never be paid in full, but I don't want to let it go. I've started telling relatives, hey, that's great you want to help sister. Why don't you pay me back a $30,000 debt plus the present value of the awards until niece is 18, and then I'll forgive sister's obligation. Relatives have been huffy at that response. My sister initiated a fight with me knowing full well she was back on drugs and lied about it, and got caught in open court. It was all a waste of a large amount of money in my prime years that I would have otherwise saved and set aside to retire on or pay for my niece's education. I'm still mad about it, and my sister can owe me it forever for all I care. Dude, this person's doing a good job. The sister, go to hell. Seriously? You prioritize drugs over your own kid? That's crazy. And you're gonna treat your kid like trash? That's crazy. You should be happy that someone is taking care of your kid while you're paying them to. And all the relatives talking smack because it's not them. They're like, you should just forgive your sister. Well, you're not the one taking care of the niece, are you? The mom is just stupid. It's your own kid. You should be contributing to your kid's future. But no, you want to use all that money on drugs. Okay. I was adopted as an infant. I always knew. My parents never hid this from me or made it something shameful, but I never liked to talk about it with others. It normally opens up a lot of questions about my biological, or real as some would call them, parents. Or some people start talking about my parents like they're not really my parents. I had it happen when I was a lot younger and started school and told people my special story. So after we moved when I was 8, I stopped talking about it and acted to others like my parents are my biological parents. I told my fiance when we started dating, but apart from her and some very close friends, I never talk about it with people. To me, it's not something that anyone else needs to know. This includes my fiance's family. My adopted status was revealed to my fiance's family during a recent visit of theirs. I got a knock on the door from a private investigator who informed me my biological parents were interested in contact with me and they overheard. They had a lot of questions, but primarily they were angry at me for 2 reasons. Firstly, and most importantly for this post, because I didn't tell them. They did not like being kept in the dark and did not like my fiance's response that it wasn't any of their business. Secondly, because I expressed to the private investigator I was not interested in any contact with them and asked him to pass this on to my biological parents. My fiance's family had the very reaction I tried to avoid from people, and they asked how I could turn down the chance to know my real family. Okay, if they were this person's real family, they would have claimed them long time ago. They would have made an effort. But no, they didn't. So no, they're not real family. Sorry. But the primary criticism is that I did not tell them and let them find out this way. They said they could have had grandkids affected by this and I wouldn't tell them. My fiance reminded them it was none of their business and she had them to leave early when they refused to let the topic go. But her parents are still pissed at me. What's that supposed to mean? The grandkids could have been affected. What do you mean? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't be affected. Their grandparents would be the people that raised this person. I swear, some people have like this crazy obsession with like blood relation. You know, just because you guys are related by blood doesn't mean they're good people. Okay? Like, you don't have to treat people that are related by blood nice just because they're related by blood. If they're terrible people, you can ghost them. You know, you can go no contact, including with your parents. Because if they're just toxic, it's better to just cut them out of your life. It doesn't matter if you guys are related by blood. I just don't understand why some people don't get that. They're like, you can never do that. They will always be your parents. Yes, they will biologically, but that does not mean you need them in your life if they're toxic. I feel like knowing that, they should really show this person even more love. But no, they were like, how could you? And what a good fiance. She had his back, even though her family didn't. She knew who to prioritize. Good. Alright, moving on. We've been battling 120 heat where I live over the last week. My brother and his girlfriend came over to use my pool yesterday. I have 3 children and they are playing in the pool, and I see my brother's girlfriend yelling at my kids. I asked her what her problem was, and she goes off saying she just paid $1,000 for her hair and she doesn't want my children to jump and splash getting it wet. I told her I paid $100,000 for this pool for my kids to be able to jump and splash it so she can F off about her $1,000 hair. She got butthurt and made my brother leave. My wife thinks I could have been nicer, but I cannot imagine some people telling my children how to play in their home in their pool. I know, right? The audacity of the girlfriend. Oh, your $1,000 hair. Pfft, that's all? That's all it costed? If you don't want your hair to get wet, then don't be near the pool. Like, some people are dumb. My brother thinks I was wrong for rubbing my money in her face, but I feel like she started it by talking about her $1,000 hair. My brother thinks I was being insensitive, but I said maybe his girlfriend would think twice before talking to other people's kids like that in their own home. I know, right? Why would she yelling at kids? Kids are obviously gonna be kids. Obviously they're gonna jump in the pool. Like, what are you supposed to do then? That's the funnest thing to do, is you jump in and out of a pool. Yes, the girlfriend can just take your things and leave because nobody cares about your $1,000 hair. Like, she just sounds so dumb because, okay, you're gonna pay $1,000 for your hair, but you're gonna go near a pool and get it wet. It doesn't make sense, does it? Like, if you're gonna spend that much on your hair, obviously, don't do anything to damage it. I have a daughter who's 14 and she's pretty clumsy. We bought her an iPhone 13 Pro a couple years ago. She broke hers just months after getting it. Thankfully, we had AppleCare and managed to get it repaired. Now she again broke her phone, this time after it accidentally fell off her hand at a friend's house while she was playing a video game. The phone is too badly damaged now. She's begging for an iPhone 15. Would not be my kid. Now she's acting a bit suspicious. I mean, how do you break your phone that bad? Because it fell off your hand, right? I've dropped my phones multiple times. It's never been broken so badly where I can't use it. Like, what did she do? Did she like use a hammer and smack it or something? Is that how she like accidentally broke her phone? Unfortunately, it's no longer covered by insurance, meaning we'll have to buy a new phone. We just spent a lot of money on a gaming PC and an iPad for her 14th birthday. I don't really want to spend more money on electronics and smartphones for her especially. A new iPhone would cost $1,000. She also broke it once already, and I feel like I'll be rewarding this behavior if I buy her another phone, as she still seems to be clumsy. I made a deal with her that if she keeps her iPad for a year without breaking it, I'll buy her a new phone the next year. She's now complaining that I'm going too far and that I'm ruining her life and that she needs an iPhone. She does still have a smartphone, but she complains about it being slow and a bad camera. She's currently using her sister's old Redmi Note 11. It's working well, but it isn't as cool as her iPhone. But I'm wondering if I should just get her another iPhone and if I'm going too far with the punishment. They're wondering if they should get the kid another iPhone after the kid just broke it twice. You know, I just know that this was an Asian household. You know where you're talking to your parents like that. Certainly, they just bought you a PC and an iPad on the same birthday. And you're going to be complaining about an iPhone that you broke yourself. Take some responsibility. You're 14 years old. I blame the parents though, because they're just feeding her into it. They're just like, okay, if you break anything, we'll just buy a new one for you. Yeah, this is why your kid's like that. The fact that this other sister has a Redmi Note 11, but this kid needs an iPhone? What is this? Huh? But yeah, honestly, you can't just blame the kid because we know why a kid is like that. It's how their parents raise them to be. The kid learns the consequences of the behaviors, and every single time she's broken a phone, she's gotten a new one. So that's how she thinks she's gonna get a new phone, is by breaking it. So I blame the parents. This is why when I have a kid, I'm not giving them any smartphones until they're actually like older. Because I'm pretty sure this kid had an iPhone when she was like 5 or something, okay? Alright, that's why she's like this. But yeah, my kid, no. No iPhone, you can have a Nokia. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!